We've covered a lot of tactics from a lot of different countries, a lot of different coaches. This one's new. We got one from Romania this time around. So let's jump in. This one is called the Rapid Bucuresti 2-0 Hertha Berlin UEFA Cup 2005-2006 by Adi. Yes, this one is by someone called Adi. The created by is actually https://Adi. So I don't understand that part, but they have taken the 2005-2006 Rapid Bucharest and put them into a tactic. I guess this is what they were using. I don't know the historical pieces behind it, but we're going to take a look at it and see how it does in the Premier League in 2024. So we're going to look at it with Liverpool, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's jump into the Premier League and see how they did. Well, unfortunately, Liverpool ended up in fourth. I mean, 82 points is actually not bad and not far off of what they usually get, but 85, 89, they should somewhere be up around here. Tottenham winning the league, though. This is kind of where I say generally, these saves are all different. You could run the exact same save and have completely different results. Liverpool could be tops. Liverpool could be relegated. In this case, we got fourth place, and it seems to be kind of where the average mark is on some of the tactics that haven't worked all that well. Generally, Liverpool are in about second place, 85 points or thereabouts. Aston Villa in 11th is not great, 48 points. Usually they're up around 70, maybe 65 to 70, but 60 goals to 84 goals. I wouldn't say this has worked so far. But now cup runs, they do lose out in the FA Cup fourth round to Manchester United. They got 3 against Manchester United, winning both in the Carabao Cup. And then Carabao Cup final, though, against Everton, a fantastic Merseyside derby, 3-1, and you get the trophy. But as we switch over to the Europa League, unfortunately out against Celtic, you got the first leg is just a 0-2 loss away from home and then a 1-0 at Anfield. Not the greatest there. So overall in the league, fourth place, 82 points is not bad, but again, you really want them to do a little bit better, higher up, maybe second or even third at the most. But out in the round of 16 by Celtic in the Europa League, not great. Out in the fourth round by Manchester United, not great in the FA Cup. You do win the Carabao Cup, so that's at least one thing. Squad-wise, you still see a sea of green, which is funny to see. 25 goals for Salah, Nunez with 19, 15 for McAllister, and those are the only ones in double digits. Assist-wise, 21 for Trent, at McAllister with 12, and those are the only 2 in the double digits. Average rating, though, is so many there. 736, that was the highest for Trent. Not bad. Aston Villa doing probably the worst job you can absolutely imagine in the domestic cups. Carabao Cup third round, out immediately 0-2 against Burnley, and then FA Cup 0-1 against Everton in the third round. But they make up for it in Europe. Europa Conference League final 1-0 over Fenerbahce after beating Brighton. Well done there. But overall, I mean, I will say Fiorentina, okay, that's tough. Some of these teams you should be beating. Some of them are pretty tough, I will agree. But you get the final, you get the cup, you get the trophy. That's a good job right there. So overall, Premier League 11th place is absolutely awful. That is horrific for Aston Villa in everything we've seen. That is probably one of the worst we've seen doing these tactic talks. But you do get the trophy for Europa Conference League. That gets you Europa League next season. Fantastic there. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, I'm not even going to talk another bit about it. Well, stats-wise, yeah, 4 in the green, and that's it. Zaniolo with 16 goals, Ramsey with 12, 11 for Douglas Luiz, not bad there. Nobody in the double digits here for assists, 9 for Jacob Ramsey, and then average rating, you get Douglas Luiz with a 715. Data hub for Liverpool, you could see sort of some attacking numbers that really should have climbed a little bit more. Definitely not what we're used to seeing. And then Aston Villa, pretty poor. Premier League stats, you can see most goals, Liverpool in second with 84. Nothing for Aston Villa. Fewer shots against, Liverpool in 6, Aston Villa all the way down in 8th. Most possession, Liverpool in 5th with 56%, about average 54 for Aston Villa. None of these two here, but best pass completion, Liverpool in 3rd, Aston Villa in 5th, 89 and 90%. And then most shots for Liverpool in 8th with 415. But how did Ipswich do in the championship? Well, as you can see, they got to the playoff final, so they're at least top 6. Unfortunately, they lose out to Leicester 0-2. Not an absolute thrashing, but still would have liked to have gotten a goal, maybe 2, something to get to extra time. But if we take a look at the league table, you can see they lie in 3rd, 100 points, 87 goals, a fantastic tally right there. 3 points off of Norwich in 2nd. If you took control of this, there's a definite possibility you could have gotten up there, but third place is still a fantastic season for Ipswich Town. No matter what you see current real life, they're in first. They're doing fantastic job. In FM24, they're scheduled to be 10th place, so I think third is a pretty nice jump. Well, domestic cup-wise, they did slightly better than Aston Villa. They drop out in the Carabao Cup first round 2-2 in penalties to Cambridge, and then out in the FA Cup fourth round 0-2 against Arsenal. They beat Manchester City. That is definitely better than Aston Villa did. So overall championship, third place, fantastic. You just couldn't get it over the line at the end, but still, fantastic place to build off for next season. FA Cup, knocked out in the fourth round by Arsenal. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. You still beat Manchester City. That's a huge one. Carabao Cup, though, no. More green than Aston Villa had, but goals-wise, 12 for Connor Chaplin, and that is it. 7 for Hurst. 33 appearances off the bench, and that's all he gets. That is crazy. From someone who usually gets the highest goal tally, that's pretty awful. 20 assists, though, for Leif Davis is pretty nice, and then a 7-3-0 for Wes Burns. And with third place, they are actually all over the charts here for the championship stats. You can see Ipswich Town in fourth place, 91 goals. Fewest shots against in seventh with 437. Most possession, 55%, right on bang on average with fifth. Most dribbles made in sixth place with 750. Tackles one not there, but best pass completion in fifth with 90%. A nice job. Most shots for in sixth with 562. But now let us take a look at this 3-4-3. You got a goalkeeper in defend, central defenders in both the left and the central spots. One in defend, one as a stopper. A ball-playing defender on the right. Wingbacks on the left and the right in attack. A regista in support. And then a deep-lying playmaker in defend. A shadow striker up top in attack. An attacking midfielder in support. No instructions whatsoever. And then a target forward in attack up front. No individual player instructions for what I saw. But positive mentality, in possession, attacking with his fairly wide, play out of defense, slightly shorter passing directness, slightly higher tempo, mix crosses, and work the ball in the box. And then in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the center backs, and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, stay on feet, and step up more. So how did it do for our three teams? Well, overall, Ipswich Town, a fantastic job in third place, just unable to get it over that finish line like I mentioned earlier. But 100 points, 87 goals, yeah, they could have gotten better. We've definitely seen better there. But that 100-point mark is pretty nice. And if we look at Aston Villa and Liverpool, well, Liverpool in fourth place, 82 points. Man, not the worst we've seen. Definitely not the best. Aston Villa is one of the worst. But 48 points, not great. Definitely need to do a little bit better there. But again, this is just a season-long sim. I'm on holiday for the entire thing. I've got my coaches and assistant managers taking care of everything for me. If you took control of this and actually melded your team into the tactics, got new players during transfer seasons to kind of fill the roles that you're missing or lacking, then you could do a lot better. Here, it just didn't work. But that's it for me, 7FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.